Okay, so this is me ranking every single Marvel movie and TV show in release order except for Daredevil. I forgot to put Daredevil in this list, and I have not seen it yet, so it goes into the have not seen. That is like one of the next things I need to watch, though. So let's start with obviously Iron Man. Now, in the grand total of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this movie is very low S tier because it's the one that started it all. So, yeah, I'm putting it in S tier as the first S tier, but is it the best? No, but it's very much so up there. Now, The Incredible Hulk. I actually kind of liked this movie. It was pretty good. I liked how they did Abomination. I liked his design more than his comic book design, but I will put it low and like C tier. It will be like very mid C tier. Iron Man 2, I know it was very much so a downgrade from the first one, but I did still like it, so I'll put it in B tier. Now, the Thor movie, I actually don't like it that much. I do like it a lot less than The Incredible Hulk, so I'll put it in S, but it's a very low S. Now, Captain America, the First Avenger. Great, introduction to Captain America. I will put it in B tier and probably put it above Iron Man 2. But that is about it, probably. Now, the Avengers, it's the Avengers. It's the one that started it all. It is very much so high A tier, but I still like Iron Man just a little bit more. But the Avengers is always a very, very fun watch. Now, same thing with Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3, as time has gone on, I just think it's getting better every single time I watch it. I love the movie. It makes so much sense for Tony's character and next step forward. That he's really hit rock bottom in a way against one of these villains, which is technically his strongest villain as well, with his weakest suit. So I really do like that kind of concept. So I will put it in A, but they won't go any higher than that. Now, Thor: The Dark World. I thought this movie, I hate saying it, I've watched this movie maybe a dozen times. It's bored me to death every single time. So I'm not going to put it in F because it's not a bad movie, but it's boring in my opinion. So I just, no. Now, Captain America: Winter Soldier. Also another amazing movie. We're putting this above Iron Man 3, definitely. But maybe, let's put it above the Avengers. It's an amazing movie. Spectacular. Love it. Not as much as Iron Man, though. I have too much respect for Iron Man. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I love this movie. This movie is amazing. So, I will put it in S tier. But it might be just a smidge lower than Iron Man. But it started it all. And honestly, some of the most perfect casting choices ever. I just love the movie. Now, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Yes, a semi-downgrade from the first one. Although I do like Ultron as a villain more than the Chitauri itself and Loki. So I will put it in here. And I probably will put it above the first one. That's just my opinion, though. But honestly, I do think it's a little bit better. Maybe very much so even, in a way. Now, that might be different from my other video about the Avengers movies, but I honestly think it could go either way, in a way. Now, Ant-Man is a very C-tier movie, but it's better than The Incredible Hulk and Thor, but it's still a very much so decent movie. Same thing with Civil War. Civil War is a lot higher, though. It's going into probably S tier, at the very top of S tier. Because it is just an amazing movie about Captain America basically having to deal with the conflict of the modern world and the cost of being an Avenger in a way, versus Tony, who thinks they should adapt to this modern world and should continue on with the flow of how it's going in a way. So, love the political conflict between Tony and Steve, and then the whole entire last fight is just insane. Doctor Strange. I do really like Doctor Strange. This is a very good introduction movie. I do not think it's the best Marvel movie, but it's definitely up there, so I will put it in B tier, probably above all the others, but that doesn't mean much. It's still an amazing movie. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I'll probably put it in B tier because it was a little bit lower than Guardians 1. Although I did enjoy some of it more than the first one, I will put it in B tier. But once again, I think it's going to be very high B tier. Homecoming, I am putting it in C tier, just above Ant-Man. Just for the mere fact that I'm a huge Spider-Man person, I'm excited for a brand new day. And Homecoming was a really good start for Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and it was a very, very good movie in general. I did not mean to move that. This goes, come on, move, there. Now, Thor Ragnarok. I know not a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, this is a good movie. It's a good movie, it's a funny movie, but it's not how Thor is supposed to be. I agree, but I still absolutely love this movie. It is a great movie, so I'm putting it in my S tier for the Marvel movies. Now, Black Panther, I always have a special place for Black Panther. I'm not necessarily saying it's better than the Avengers movies, but I love it more, and I had to pay all respects to Chadwick Boseman because he was amazing, kind of thing. Now, Infinity War, going on top, obviously. Probably the best Marvel movie next to Endgame, and you could technically put those either or because they're basically equal. Ant-Man and Wasp, a humongous downgrade from the first one. I will put it here. I do not like it more than Thor, or I do like it more than Thor. It's a good movie, but it's like not boring in a way. Now, same thing with Captain Marvel. I'd almost rather watch Captain Marvel than Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp was just very stale. The only good thing that came out of that movie was Wasp and Ghost. And even then, Ghost is like now a good guy, and I like that on her very much so, or anti-hero kind of thing. Now, like I said, Endgame goes top. Like in this list, it will go top, but it could be interchangeable, very much so. Now, Far From Home, I do personally really, really like this movie, just for the mere fact of how they did Mysterio. And yeah, taking him out of New York was not the best choice, but I like how they did Mysterio, and how they improved on his spider sense and kind of went through what Tobey went through, where he was having such an emotional time period that part of his powers wasn't working correctly. I really do like that, so I will put it B tier, but it's like very bottom B tier, but it's still very, very good. I do really much so enjoy the movie. Just a tad bit more than Homecoming, maybe. Actually, yeah, I have no qualms against Homecoming at all, but I do like Far From Home, just for Mysterio being a slight better than the Vulture in that movie. Now, getting into some of the TV shows, WandaVision, if we're talking TV show-wise, is A tier, but it's like bottom A tier, just for the mere fact it's a TV show. I do like the Marvel TV shows a lot, and I do like WandaVision a lot, but it's not as good as some of the movies. Now, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I personally was, I don't know, I was up one day watching this movie, or watching this TV show, and I fell asleep to it. And that's not a terrible thing, because it was pretty late, but I'll put it in C tier, bottom of the C tier. It's not super amazing, but it does do some good things to the Falcon, making him Captain America, and it does do good things for the Winter Soldier as well. Now, Loki Season 1 wasn't as good as Loki Season 2, so I'll put it bottom, bottom B tier. That doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It just means it wasn't as good as hit the first season, or bad TV show, not movie. It's not as bad as some of the others. It's just a little bit better than some of the others in a way. Black Widow, they did decent things for her, but it's not as good. I will put it probably very bottom. The only good thing they did was really nothing, because they even failed Taskmaster. Now, What If Season 1 was a very good, like, what if this happened series. I did enjoy it, so I will put it in B tier. Probably above Loki Season 1, because Loki Season 1 was very confusing to me at the time. and Noah and Far From Home, but it's not as good as some of the others. There are a few things that just like, yeah, I wish you would have strayed away from kind of thing, but they didn't. Shang-Chi is probably one of my favorite Marvel movies. I'm putting it in A tier, just above Iron Man. Like, just above Iron Man. It's a great movie. I love the storytelling and the world that you put you in, and make you a character, put a character in front of you that you may not have heard of and make you love him. That's the kind of thing I like. Now, I don't want to move WandaVision. Now, this one, I did not like. F tier. I do not like the Eternals. There's so many things about the movie I just do not like. I can't watch the movie. If I had to watch the movie, I have to. But if I don't, I will not watch it. Now, Hawkeye is also a very good TV show. It's better than some. I will put it in A tier. I do like it because, well, it introduces some things, and it does give Hawkeye a good replacement if need be. I will actually move this lower to B, just below Loki, but it's still a very good movie, TV show. And it kind of does a parallel to the end of No Way Home, so I really do like it. No Way Home is obviously top S tier, maybe just above Civil War, but that's it. I mean, No Way Home, if you realize, it's really not about fan service. There are certain things. That is how Tom Holland's Spider-Man is. Those Spider-Mans are just along for the ride and agree with him. It's not necessarily a fan service. It's just 3 Spider-Men from 3 different universes working together to fix their villains so they don't have to go home and die. It's like saying, oh yeah, we're going to make a live-action Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, and we're going to put Toby in there. Toby's just fan service, but he's not. He's there to work with them, kind of thing. So it's not fan service. It's just them working together. Yeah, granted, they did bring back all the villains, so it does look like fan service, but they really didn't have everything they could do at the time, kind of thing. So they did it, making it look like fan service, but it's really actually a very good, deep story. Now, Moon Knight, a special place in my heart. Probably the first Marvel TV show I watched, and I loved it. I love Egypt. It's like one of my favorite mythologies, and it just did it so well. I watched it again, and then I was like, man, I really wish they would come out with a second season. But they haven't, and they probably won't. But I was like, dang. But it was just so good. I'm putting in S just for personal stuff that I love about it. Multiverse of Madness kind of started the downhill spiral for Marvel. I will put it in C tier, very bottom C tier. It's better than Captain Marvel, but it's not terrible. Now, Ms. Marvel was actually a very good show. I will put it above Hawkeye. I did really, really like it. It was very good. I just would have wished there was a little bit more, if you get what I mean. Thor Love and Thunder is another one of those I'm putting, I'm going to put it above Thor The Dark World. I do not like Thor The Dark World at all. But Thor Love and Thunder just had crappy CGI and weird humor that just didn't hit right, She-Hulk, did not watch. And if I did watch it, it'd probably be an F. Wakanda Forever, I did like the movie. It was how they need to do the next Black Panther movie for Chadwick in a way. So I will put it in B tier. I will put it above the TV shows. But after that, I'm not going to put it above anything else. It's above the TV shows. But yeah, it's a pretty good movie. And it does set up Doomsday pretty much. Then you have Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania. This was a movie I saw in theaters, and I generally liked it in theaters. I've watched it a couple times afterwards. I don't have many problems with the movie. I can see where people do have problems with the movie. I will put it in C tier, but I know a lot of people would probably put it in D or F. I'm going to put it in C tier because I personally liked it just a little bit more than Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, but not by much, if you get what I kind of mean. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was another amazing Guardians movie. I'm not putting it in S. I'm putting it in A. It's a pretty high A, though, if this would ever move. It's pretty high. It's a very much so good emotional ending for the Guardians of the Galaxies. Guardians of the Galaxy. Whatever. Secret Invasion, F. Don't even talk about it. Loki Season 2. Where shall I? There you go. Number 3. That entire season I could watch on repeat. I would watch it on repeat because it was just amazing. I don't know. There were so many things about that show. I was just like, wow. That was spectacular. Especially like the ending was awesome. So then you have, what did I just move? Nothing? Okay. Whew! Marvels. No. Terrible. What if Season 2? Bottom C tier. It's just, like, seriously. Stop making about Captain Marvel. Stop making about Captain Carter. We want actual what ifs. Echo, I did not watch. Agatha, I did not finish. Not going to. Now, one final watch. I did not mean to move that. What did I just move? I moved Thor, Love, and Thunder. Oh, gosh. This actually belongs right there. Stupid. Seriously. You made it about Captain Carter. We did not want this. We did not ask for a Captain Carter project. We asked for what if. Not what if Captain Carter had her own TV show. If we wanted one, we would have asked. Now, Captain America Brave New World, generally a pretty good movie. It's alright. I will put it in C tier. It's not the worst. It's way better than What If and probably Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. But it's just a generic Captain America movie in a way. Not much. It's a Captain America Winter Soldier wannabe kind of thing. But then you have something like Thunderbolts. It deserves to be an S tier. It's an amazing movie. Now, the lowest on S tier, yeah, but it's an amazing movie. I love it a lot. It maybe not, I know. You know what? Let's put it like highest A tier. Like super high A tier. Highest A tier. Ironheart, in my opinion, I liked Ironheart. Now, this sounds totally weird. I liked Ironheart. I liked where the story was going. I have personal opinions that Riri was kind of right and kind of wrong in her statement about Tony. But I'm going to put it in B, which sounds terrible because it is kind of better than some of them. Some of the projects. I'm putting it in B because I personally like it a little bit more. I like the concept of the story and stuff. And what they did in the last 3 episodes, and then what it's leading into. I absolutely love that concept and where it's going. But yeah, that's basically the only reason why I'm putting it very bottom B. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This show, I'm excited for Season 2. I'm putting it in B, and I'm putting it like extremely high B, like above Captain America. Because I'm excited for what's going to happen. If we're going to get yearly seasons, I'm stoked. Like, this is going to be awesome. Fantastic Four, definitely A. Oh, that's what moved. Yeah, okay. That does not go there. Fantastic Four, A. Absolutely. I'm going to put it above Avengers, but not above Avengers Age of Ultron. Like I said, you could probably interchange all 3 of these. I really liked how they did Galactus and the whole wanting to move the planet, then Silver Surfer destroying all that just so they can stay there so Galactus could eat them and take Frank going to switch them out. Amazing. Wonder Man. By far, one if not my favorite Marvel TV show except for Loki. I'm putting this in S tier. I loved this show. I'm putting it above Civil War. There are a few things I would have liked to see more of that didn't happen, but I still very much so enjoyed it, and I will be rewatching it. If they get a second season, I'm down. I will watch it the moment it releases. But yeah, so that's my ranking of every single Marvel project thus far. If I have, if I, let's say in the future, I watch Daredevil, I'm going to put it A tier to B tier. That's where I'm putting it. But I will eventually end up watching it. I just haven't. But yeah, this is my personal opinion. You're allowed to have your own, but this is what I think of the Marvel movies. Put down your comments if you think I'm absolutely wrong. Never Let Me Cook Again, or if I cooked.